Hey, what's going on, guys? It's like a hero, and today I have a hotfix video. I want to talk about the hotfixes. A whole bunch of hotfixes coming down in the game. It's good that there's quick hotfixes, but also leaves me wondering what's going on with these developers and like with these patches that they're implementing. If anyone's actually trying them out. I'm currently in this running my poison imbuement build, which I posted the video late yesterday. It's a great build. They actually fixed, and one of the hotfixes we'll get to is they actually fixed the taunting decoy, the trickery heart, and you can see I'm using it here, and the taunt's working as intended. I dropped my trap, and the taunt actually works the way it's supposed to. Yesterday, it was whenever I dropped my trap, I was taunting them, and they were all targeting me, and I posted that. I talked about that in the video, so that's fixed. So I did hit 80 on this run. I think I've ran like 4 dungeons since the patch, 3 yesterday, 1 today. And it feels like even the ghost ones here with this build, the mob density is good. I do see the difficulty going up on some of these dungeons. I think this is a 33. So yeah, they're here 7 levels higher than me at this point. But you can see here that even with that, we're just plowing through the content here. But so I do want to talk about these hotfixes. Let me see if I can get over here. And there's quite a bit of them, so we're going to try to get them all. We're going to talk about them all. Hotfixes everywhere. The first thing I do want to talk about is the intended change. So they were looking at bursting venoms. I didn't mention that in yesterday's video. So Adam Fletcher, the community development director, he posted on Reddit that, well, I'm just going to read it here. We wanted to chime in on the aspect of bursting venoms, as this was reported by the community yesterday, and we all noticed that it wasn't really working anymore. And well, when I say it wasn't working anymore, means it was a bugged build. So that bursting aspect, all those builds with bursting venoms, they were so good because it wasn't just how the effect, the legendary aspect was being affected, you know, the puddle that comes down. So everything was proccing it, right? Your puncture, your basic auto attacks, it was being procced by everything, and it would leave the puddle there. It wouldn't go away. So they added in the patch notes this morning, they said fixed imbues as part of ongoing improvements to game performance. Imbues were refactored. So they were adjusted, I guess, you know, and this includes a change which fixed several edge cases where the imbuement would fail to end properly. So you would keep the imbuement, and it was incorrectly allowing non-imbued skill cast to trigger the legendary aspect. So I guess it's not just bursting venoms. So if you popped your imbuement, right, and then instead you threw your puncture out, so what was happening was, even though it wasn't consuming your imbuement because you had 2 charges, you were still considered imbued. So your other skills were proccing that, right? Whether it's your shadow step or whatever it was also being procced. So they fixed that. So this indeed was a bug with rogues that was fixed in this patch, but it did lead to a nerf to this specific skill, this aspect, I guess what they're saying. It actually wasn't planned for 1.1.1, and it was for a patch later on. So again, this kind of, there's like, I don't know, it's a circus over there. So this, of course, is leaving a pretty not great feeling for rogue players who were relying on this, and a lot of players were using this. It was a very popular build for Lilith for that boss fight, and we should have given better heads up regarding this. You know, let the players know that, hey, we're going to fix this bug. But everyone knew it was a bug, but just a poor communication there. But it is working as intended now. I still think that you can still use imbuement builds. I just think that this bursting venoms isn't going to be as strong as it was post the fix now. Moving on here, I'm going to try to put these in order here because there's hotfix 6 here. Hotfix 1. Okay, there, hotfix 1. Okay, so the other hotfix this morning, it's been pretty wild here, it's 7 hours ago, is fixed an issue where Shadow Clone from the Trickery Malignant Heart did not taunt enemies. So this is what was affecting in my video yesterday, what I talked about, and I kind of slowed it down and I showed what it was happening. So you drop your taunt, and they weren't going to the shadow clone. Instead, they were coming to you. So if you recall, this was a big bug affecting PvP. And so I think there was, I mean, what I think happened is that they were trying to get away from that being so broken in PvP. And instead they're like, okay, well, we're going to just make it go to the player. Not realizing that in PvE, having like 35 mobs attack you at once is not the way to go for a PvP play, especially when you're doing those higher dungeons. Let me see if I could go back here and kind of show you this, how it's working now here. So go back, we'll go here, I guess. So now, well, right there, they get stunned because of my audacity aspect, but so I don't think they're going to taunt here. So I drop my trap here. I do have the suppression heart there that reduces like up to 20%, right? And then when I use the skill, it does this little explosion thing here. But you see now they are being taunted to the clone here. In my last video, I did show that you would drop the trap and I would be standing to the side and they'd all be coming at me over here. So you could see here, I jump out and they're still going to the taunt, the trap. So it's really good. The heart, I mean, this is probably the best heart that rogues have, like class specific here, this trickery heart. So working as intended here. And that's pretty nice because that was, I felt like a really good, here it is again. I dropped the taunt. See that he just walks around me. This little mob here just walks around me to go to the trap. So it is working. I just ran this at 6:46 p.m. So, about 15-20 minutes ago. And you can see that here. It's still working really good now. Back to working. I really like this death trap build. So that was kind of a big thing. You group them up, even your range units run to here. And you could see that I am just being able to just, get the whole room on my death trap, even when they're out of range. It just gets them in there. Great for room clearing, super fast. So that's a big change, and I'm glad that that was fixed, so quickly. Other bug fixes is the drop rate. Let me see, make sure I'm not like covering this with my camera. The drop rate and craft chance for wrathful hearts and invokers has been increased, so this is nice. I know a lot of people were doing the reset dungeon for the campaign, and so if you did that, good on you. You have a whole bunch of those hearts now. But for everyone else, this is a pretty nice change. The previous change to get a chance to get a wrathful heart was 3%. Now that is being moved to 15%, so that's like a huge increase. Previous chance to get a wrathful heart from crafting an uncertain heart. So you craft that uncertain heart was 2%, now it's 10%. Much better way there. Wrathful invokers now also have a chance to drop from elites in addition to other invokers, and then just some stability improvements. There are a lot of players complaining about lag on the Reddit and stuff. I haven't been experiencing that myself lately, but this patch came out. All right, and 4 hours ago, another update here. This is Diablo 4 patch 1.2 coming up very soon. This is confirmed by Blizzard. So again, Adam Fletcher has, he was talking about the hotfix, rolling out that hotfix, and also mentions Fury Against Fate is 1.1.2, but that's coming up very soon. So hotfix notes are here. We just mentioned those hotfixes, the Wrathful Hearts increase. Those are great. The Rogue Trickery Heart being fixed. But the other nice update here is that 1.1.2 is coming up very soon. So make sure that if you're not already, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe for future content. If you like the build that I was using, that is probably going to be the last build that I make for Rogues in Season 2 here, until Season 2 comes out. I have been reading that the Barber Heart is now like BIS for all classes, so I would throw that onto anything and you're pretty much good to go. I do like playing the increased poisoning damage style that I have right now. But again, thank you guys so much. I appreciate all support lately. Make sure you hit that subscribe button for future content, and I will catch you guys later. Good luck. Take care.